So thank you very much, everybody, for attending today. This webinar has been brought to you in conjunction with Influential Minds and with Paula Wingate. So I work with Paula. I do Paula's marketing and also support a number of Paula's clients in terms of digital marketing as well. So what we try to do on a monthly basis now is really just bring together anybody's coming back in, really just bring everybody together and looking at giving you information around different types of digital marketing strategies that you can use within your business and you can implement. Some of them are more challenging than others and will need a level of expertise, but it's good to give you an indication of the key fundamentals and the key things that would benefit your business and having in place. So hopefully you get lots from today. So I'm just going to share my screen. And I've got a few different things open, so I've got a few things to show you today. 1 second. Everybody see that okay? Yep, perfect, okay. So today we're going to go through how to build a high converting sales funnel and launch in only 7 days. And this is actually very, very achievable. And it is achievable if you've got the information around who you're targeting, what you're trying to sell, and the key content that's going to convert that individual. So as I said at the beginning, my name is Tracy Schofield. I'm the founder of the Digital Leads Agency. And what I do is I build digital marketing for all different types of businesses. So just crack on. Too fast, too fast. Okay. So today we're actually going to go through really the funnel building process, so making it easy for you to build a funnel. So we're actually going to talk about the strategy of the funnels and how to pick the right one for your business. The 3 main components every funnel must have to sell, and it's really important to have these components in your funnel. What type of funnel is actually the highest converting funnel that really sells like clockwork? And I've not got any case studies with me today, but I'll take you through that another time. But a funnel is a very fantastic way to sell your products and services online. We're also going to jump into funnel lead magnets and why you need them for every business. How to build content to give away for free, and when you have none, I'm going to give you some resources in terms of being able to get content that you could give away for free. We're then going to dive into the one most important question that will determine the highest converting content for your audience. And then I'm going to give you some lead magnet ideas to get you started. Any questions so far? Are we all good? Okay. At the end of the session for attendees only, I am going to give you some bonuses today, but I'm not going to touch on that just now, but I am going to touch on that on the end in terms of what I can give you in order to help your business. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is what is a sales funnel, because everybody says, what's the difference between a website and a sales funnel? So there is very key differences. So when you have a website, the website sits in Google. In order for that website to rank for the keywords that people are searching for, you need to do a lot of what we call SEO, search engine optimization, in order to get it ranked with the right keywords. So when somebody's typing and looking for a product or service, they hit your website. It's very challenging with the algorithm. And unless you're doing paid Google advertising and have an SEO strategy on a month-to-month basis to keep your website up, it's very difficult to find the website. Let's see if there's anybody else coming in. Paula was right. Paula should have had the controls. Okay, so the difference being a funnel is the funnel actually guides your visitors through step by step through the entire sales process. So what happens is they won't get lost. If you think about a website, someone's looking at your website, they're navigating your menu, they're looking at different products and services. Where in a funnel, the funnel guides the person through the actions and the steps that you want them to take. And that's really the main difference. So what it does, it points your customer straight to the one product or service that they need help with most to solve the problem. And what you also use a funnel for is to follow up your visitors even after they leave your page. And that's really key to have a CRM system, a customer relationships management system. And really the final goal of your funnel is not just to make a sale. The overall goal is to create returning customers with lifetime value. That's a key thing you want to do with your funnel. So this picture on the right, this is a Pied Piper, and very much this is how your funnel works. We're very much like a Pied Piper, getting people into the funnel. That could be organic or paid traffic. And when they get into the funnel, we're going to talk to them about awareness, who you are, what the interest that's going to relate to them, build a relationship, make sure you've got the desire correct, and then there's going to be an action for them. So that's it really in a nutshell, but I'll talk you through those individual stages. And I always say, do you know your customer avatar? You always have to go back to this step, because you can't pick a funnel if you don't know who your customer is. So you can't jump to this stage of building a funnel, take a back step to think, does this match my customer? You've got to do the research before you start building a funnel. So you've got to know your customer inside out. So what products or services do your customers need? Why do they need them? What problems are you solving? What are the solutions? Do you actually know the pain points? Never making an assumption about this. You've always got to do the research. So we always talk about different types of funnels. I've just put 3 here. So a course funnel, if you're selling a course of over £1,000, you do a long form funnel, which is really when you dive into the detail in terms of why that person needs a course in order for them to put a credit card in. If you're selling a course of under £1,000, you can do that as a short form funnel. People will spend less than £1,000 and put a credit card in very easily, as long as the problems that you're talking about relates to them and you have a solution for them. If you're selling a product, for example, you need to have images and videos. It's important that they need to see the product, they need to understand what the product does, they need to see how it works. And on the back of that, you can have upsells, what we call. So you could sell a product that costs £10, but the minute they put that product in the cart, you then provide an upsell. So you've bought this product, here's something that's relating to this product. Do you want to purchase it as well? So that's what we talk about, your value ladder. What products are you selling? And what is the value of those products, and how you can relate one to the next to the next. And then anything relating to training, networking, events, a webinar is a really good way to sell that particular product or event, because you could give them information relating to, this is what the event looks like, this is the content that we follow, this is why it's beneficial to a business owner to join our networking. But you can also do that as a long form funnel in terms of just content around why they need to come to this event, what's the benefit of the event, how to get a ticket, and so forth. Okay. So the 3 main components every funnel must have, which is really important for it to sell. It's got to have the right headlines to attract the audience. And sometimes you've got to test different headlines, because if the headline isn't right, the person will drop off in literally 3 seconds. That's all you've got, 3 seconds. It's also got to solve the problems the audience is facing. So think about it. Why are they in your funnel? What problem are they trying to solve? And this is really the key fundamental. What problem are they trying to solve by being in your funnel? The third thing is testimonials. Social proof sells. So think about how has it worked for others? Those testimonials, whether it's a couple of lines, whether it's a video testimonial, whatever that testimonial proof is really vital, because if they've came through here and they're definitely ready to buy, if you don't have any testimonials, people won't click buy now. If you have testimonials, then you're further forward in the funnel. So that's really, really, really important. So anytime you do any business with anybody, keep it very simple. Even on an email, just say to them, you know, how was the service today? That one line is a testimonial. You don't have to make it a whole process of someone to do a testimonial to make it challenging or difficult. Just capture the information that people give you. I love that. It's been great. Thanks very much. That is a testimonial. Yeah. So we're going to jump into the highest converting funnel flow that sells like clockwork. And I'm going to go through all the details. And it's a lot of information, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the funnel after this, but I'm going to go through the elements of it. Is everybody okay? Do we have any questions so far? No, okay. Perfect, okay. So the first thing in the funnel is a headline, and that's what you need to draw them in. So think about, why do they need it? You know, start the headline with how to, or the better way, the biggest mistake to avoid, the real secret to, the powerful remedy for. So your headline has to be something that relates to what is it you're going to show them? Why do they need it? It's better, it's bigger, it's avoiding the mistakes, it's a real secret, it's powerful. Think about the words that you use in terms of the headline. The next section is a problem. Make sure there is a problem, and it's probably seems like a funny statement to say, but you have to ensure whatever you're selling, there is a problem that the person's trying to resolve. If there's no problem, then they don't need it. Things like the problem could be, we always talk about how we twist the knife. So if you've identified the problem, we then twist the knife even further. And we start to say things like, you failed before. So not only are we saying they have a problem, but we start talking about they failed before. Why do they need this? And then we twist the knife even further. You might have failed before. You might have felt like you couldn't do it again. You might have felt that this was your last chance. This was your only option. So we really twist the knife to really bring out the pain points of that individual person that they're having in order to take them through the funnel. Then we talk about the solution. So think about what's unique about yours. And the key thing is show why you are different. If you've got the same solution as everybody else, then it's just the same solution. So think about how you are different. So that's where you're bringing out, if you're a networking person that does networking events, why is your networking event different? What is unique about yours? And that's really where you want to tease out, so you're really giving that information to the person. So things like, what did you learn? What did you learn that they need? So why is it so much better? Why is it new? Why is it different in some way? We always talk about the fundamentals of meaning. So why does it matter? And this is really important because you really want to get in the head of the person that you're selling to. Why does it matter to them? Why do they really want it? Is it because they want better health? They want better wealth? They want better relationships? They want to spend more time with their family and friends? They want a healthier body? They want freedom? They want energy? They want clarity? Why is it? What is the meaning behind it? Why is it going to make a difference to them? And then we always touch on rapport, which is really trust. So show why you're qualified to teach them or to give them the information. So that could be as seen on, it could be in your media story, it could be your backstory. Most people use their own personal story to talk about why they're qualified. So I'm qualified because I did 10 years of coaching. I showed people how to do X, Y, and Z. That's why I'm qualified to teach you. Does that make sense so far? Yep. Okay. So this bit was the first section of the funnel. The second bit is the middle section of the funnel. So the middle section is that announcement again. So what is it? What does it do, and who's it for? So think about that in terms of that announcement. And then we always go into the benefits. So the benefits really the results. What will you come away with? What will that person come away with when they purchase your product or service? And then the features of that, what's inside, what's the details. So you know what the benefits are. The benefits of the event is you're going to meet loads of business owners. You're going to be able to connect with new people. But the features are you're going to get 3 sessions for this price where you get to showcase X, Y, and Z. So that's the detail and the content around that, the features. And then we talk about the end section. So the end section is where you put things like the guarantee. We talk about risk reversal. So some funnels that you may have been through or some products that you've purchased could be, try it for 14 days, for example. It could be, if you don't love this product, I'll give you your money back in 14 days. Whatever that is, a guarantee gives that added extra feeling to the person that's in your funnel that they're okay to purchase it because there's a guarantee there. We always then talk about the urgency or the scarcity. So why now? So why do you need them to purchase it now? Is it because you've only got 10 products to sell? You've only got 10 places? You're only going to leave the cart open for 3 days? What is the urgency? So people then start to think about, if there's only 10 places, I really want to have one of those. So that's a good way to put the end of the funnel. Again, having some FAQs, so that's a logical close. It's good to preempt them. So think about what are the things that people are going to think about. Okay, so how do I access it? What's going to happen next? How am I going to get my product? If I don't like it, what do I do next? What's the support email? So think about those logical close sections at the very end. And then we always talk about closing remarks in terms of being able to close the deal. We use terminology like, are you ready? Here's the truth. Time is of the essence. Here's why. The $1 million question is, I hope you're as excited as I am. So that's about those closing remarks, about really bringing everything together at the end. And then we also give them a reminder of a logical sort of urgency of lack of taking action. So we tell them, if you don't take action, what are the consequences of that? If you don't buy this product or service, or you don't do this one thing, what's going to happen? You're going to stay in the same spot that you're in. And then we always remind them of the benefits. Now we sprinkle these sections all through a funnel. So we talk about the proof, and that's the objection. So what you might see throughout a particular funnel, for example, is different testimonials. So after each section is a testimonial that then backs up what you're telling them. So I did the networking event and I managed to get 3 leads. So you're always backing up with those testimonials. And that's where the belief building is. You're building that person's belief in the product or service that you're selling. So click to actions is really the buttons that you put all throughout the funnel, which is what you're telling them what to do next. So you could have different buttons that says enroll now. Are you ready to join the let's get started, send my now. So whatever those buttons are, they always have a key action in the buttons to get the person to click. And then we also have what we call the stack. So reminder of the offer. What is the value of the offer and what price are they getting it for? So the value could be the details in terms of the product or service, but you talk about the value of that. So the value of the coaching could be £1,000. The value of attending the event could be £1,000, but the overall product or service you're selling, you're going to get all that for £97, for example. So it's always good to talk about what is the value and really tease that out. So we always talk about the value. If it's £20,000 of value, then the price could be around 5,000, for example. So always sort of times it by 4 or times it by 5. And don't underestimate the value. Don't think, oh, what is the value of that? Really think about that. You know, if you're given five sessions of one-to-one, what is the value of your time? It's not just the value of time, it's the value of your expertise. Yeah. Okay, so the one most important question that will determine the highest converting content for your audience. So in the chat, if you don't mind thinking about that question now, and is anyone got an answer for that? The one most important question that will determine the highest converting content for your audience. What is the one most important question? Any thoughts?
So Tracy, are you wanting them to put it in the chat box?
Yes, please.
Okay, guys, can you put your answer to this question in the chat box? So Graham's come out with a good one. Do you think you should get paid for the work you do?
That's an interesting one. Yep, that's not it, but that's an interesting one.
Sorry, that's just for my business.
Ah, right, okay. I did wonder. What do you mean by that, Graham?
I'm in debt recovery. So I recover unpaid invoices for businesses. So it's that's my question to all clients. Do you think you should be getting paid for the work that you do? And if the answer is yes, then I can get them paid.
Right, okay.
Come on, guys. Let's show Tracy how good we are. What's your answers? Barry will know this.
So what's the, maybe that's not worded as well as what it could be. So what is the one most important question that you need to know that's going to make your funnel convert? What do you need to know to make sure your funnel is going to convert? So your customers or clients.
So great. So there's quite a few things that are coming through here. Tony, what is this worth? So this is before you change the question. What is this worth to you? Kate, are you ready? Fiona, what are you losing if you don't go ahead with this? And then Graham's answered the question afterwards. Yeah. Why? Ramanda is your why. Carol is what is your problem? Tony, your client's needs. Emma, what will this mean to you? Like if they buy or don't buy, what will the consequences be? Illy is, do your customers want what you're offering? Fiona is, what are the biggest pain point?
Yeah.
So are they ready to buy?
Yeah, I think they were all good, but I think Kate, actually, I think Fiona and Carol were the sort of closest ones. So the one most important question that you need to be able to answer for that funnel to convert is, what is the pain points? And if you know exactly what the pain points are of your customer, your funnel will convert higher than not understanding what the pain points are. So you really need to know that. A lot of people think they need to know what the solution is. It's not about the solution. If you can really tease out the pain point and really get in that person's head in terms of what they're suffering with by staying where they're at or not purchasing the product or service, then you'll be able to deliver the right solution.
Tracy, can I just mention something?
Yeah.
Group. Guys, have you ever experienced a time where you were reading something? Could be a book, it could be a social media post, anything, or a newspaper, and the pain points that they're explaining, you could say, that's me. Actually, that is me they're talking about. Actually, they're getting me. Has anybody had that experience before in life? Just put your hands up if you have. Yeah, that was exactly the same experience that your funnel should be doing to be able to get your clients going, wow, you know what? They know about me. They know exactly all my pain points. That's me in a bubble. I need to sign up. And that's the experience you want to get. Sorry, Tracy.
No. That's perfect, Paula. Thank you for that. Okay, so we're going to jump into, I'm just going to come out. So I'm just going to jump into a funnel. Paula, is it okay to use one of your funnels? Yep.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So what I'm going to do as well is just going to put it in the chat as well, just in case people can't see as well as what they could. And for some reason, I can't see the chat. 2 seconds. I can now. Right, I've put the funnel in the chat just in case you can't see the screen as well as what you could, if that's okay. Right, so this funnel here, this is one of Paula's funnels. So this course is a sales course. This is a 90-day sales course. It's called How to Get Your Customers Begging for You Rather Than Beg for Them. So I'm going to talk through some of the elements that you can see here and how these elements are important. So this funnel obviously is a coaching funnel. This is not a product or a service in terms of if you relate it to some other products and services, but the fundamentals and the methodology is very much the same, if that makes sense. Okay, so the first thing that we've got in Paula's funnel, we've put that scarcity at the top. So the warning is the mastermind is limited to only 30 people. So 7 people have scored it out, 9 spots are already gone. So that gives them that indication that there's 30 people that we're going to take in. We sold 7, but actually now we've sold 9. So the spots are now limited. Yeah, so that's the start off of that funnel. And then we talk about who the funnel's for. This is a headline. So this mastermind's for professional service business owners who want to triple the sales and catapult their revenue. So we're capturing their attention on the instant in terms of going into this funnel. So then we move down and we say, if this sounds like you, I want to personally invite you to our exclusive 90-day sales mastermind, How to Get Customers Begging for You Rather Than Beg for Them, where I'll work with you one-on-one and in small groups to 4 times your sales while working less hours. And then again, we start to tease it out and say the only step-by-step program you'll ever need to double your prices, triple your sales, quadruple your conversions in 90 days. Hit the button below to begin the application. Okay, so we've got quite a few different headings going in here. So we've not got one heading. We talk about, it sounds like you, what we touch on what they're going to get and why this is the only program they need. Yeah, section 1. So then we start to go into what we talked about in terms of those pain points. Does any of this sound familiar? I struggle to find clients for my business. I hate chasing clients to try and sign them up. I don't know how to ask for the sale without sounding salesy, or don't ask them at all. I'm fed up discounting my services in order to get work. I'm not a salesperson. I hate selling. I feel overwhelmed and overworked. Your business is in a constant state of feast or famine. So we've touched on the pain points, and then we say the truth is, you don't need a magic salesperson to solve your problems. In fact, the system doesn't work for salespeople. You just need to learn from the people who've been there, done it, and proven, simplified, easy to follow sales system that works in any business. And then we do this in terms of validating that these claims are very bold. Bold claims, I know, but we've tested our sales method with 1,000 of clients and generated unlimited success time and time again. So what we're doing is saying these are the problems, we're going to solve the problems, and we're going to validate that we can solve the problems. Yeah. Then we have another little section about, you know, due to the results that you're going to get in this course, it's an active waiting list, which means very few openings. If the page is online right now, then the spots are available. So again, there's that scarcity coming in. If it's here and you can see it, it's available to you. And then again, we've got these big buttons. Yes, I'm ready to bank 10K, secure your place. And then we talk about why the mastermind, and this is where good heading works. So why the mastermind is pretty much free money. So we're giving them an indication that even though they'll be investing, it literally is free money because you're going to get your investment back. So again, we're drawing them back in again. And then we talk about how the clients have received their investment back, and the sales course is modeled on proven bulletproof methods. Then we touch on what they can expect to see, and then we touch on the headlines. So how to generate unlimited leads, how to turn your leads into customers using this high evergreen converting strategy, how to implement a system that has proven to convert up to 80% of your leads, and how to automate the lead flow into your business. And then again, we say, are you ready? Limited spots remaining. So then we talk about sprinkling this testimonial. So this is a testimonial, best decision ever. And I've actually attended this course, so this testimonial is correct. So talk about working with Paula, how it's amazing, what I achieved, and then again, this button. So then we touch on here's how to apply for the spot in the mastermind and who it's perfect for. It's perfect for ambitious, driven, professional service-based businesspreneurs who want to scale their business. And then we talk about how it works. It's 13 weeks, and what they're going to get is a yellow brick road of lead sales and high conversion sales strategies that will explode their business. So think about the terminology that you're seeing in here and how that resonates with the person in terms of what they're going to get. And again, what we talked about, you'll walk away knowing how to. And this is when we really touch into the details of what the course is. So we've pulled all this together. Well, Paula's given me all the details. We've pulled all this together and we talked about what they're going to learn and walk away with in the 13 weeks. So generating limited leads, how to sell without having to discount, a proven system to convert the leads, how to sign a minimum of 10 clients a month, how to get paid up front, how to increase your prices up to 12,000%, just like Andrea Martin. So again, another testimonial just in the middle there. Build long-term relationships that build your credibility. Discover the power of working with just 20% of your clients that bring in 80% of your revenue. How to retain up to 90% of your dream clients. Discover your unique selling point and guarantee. A sales marketing plan that simplifies the numbers and sets you up for exponential growth. Get your dream clients begging for you, and how to grow your waiting list of clients willing to wait for your services. When the course is, yes, I'm ready to take action. So you can start to see how the funnel is taking the person through a process in terms of what we're trying to do, what is the course, give them that sprinkling effect in terms of the high level view, but then dive into the details. So we've touched on the pain points and know they're in the right place, and this is what we're going to give them to solve the problems that they're having. Any questions so far? You can jump on if you want, verbalize them, don't have to put them in the chat if you don't want to. So then we go down, here's what you're going to get inside. So this is what I was talking about, the stack. So here's what you're going to get inside, get customers begging for you rather than you beg for them. So you're going to get 13 live, 90-minute group coaching sessions of value 6,500, 3 times 60 minutes one-to-ones with Paula. Again, the value, a yellow brick road sales strategy plan, the value, a digital sales process that automates your business, referral sales process that delivers leads, raving fans process that keeps clients, follow-up system that helps you bag the cash, high performance sales business tools that generate success, 12 months access to our members only live monthly sales club, exclusive members only VIP sales community, value priceless. So the total value of everything in this course is 19,979. It was 297. Paula's been very gracious, and she's just doing an early bird price for this course until midnight, the 5th of March, because we're doing a 5-day challenge. So we're letting people have it for a reduced rate. So can you see how that stack works? You're talking about the value, the things that they're going to get, what the overall value is and what the price is. So the person feels like, and they know that they're getting a ton of value for the costs that they're actually paying. So payment plans are available. Yes, I'm ready to bank. Again, another big button. Yes, I'm ready to bank the 10K per month. Next course intake. And then we talk about Paula. So remember we talked about how do we validate that Paula has the expertise really to deliver on the back of that. So we talk about, read this before going any further. So we talk about Paula, who she is, what she's the founder of, over the last 22 years, how many people she's coached, why she's successful. And then we give Paula's backstory. So this is how we get people to relate. So we talk about Paula's backstory. And what I would say, if anything you write in a funnel, I'm very ethics driven in terms of, you always need to write about the truth. Don't ever put testimonials in a funnel that are not the truth. Only put the truth in. Truth sells. So on the back of that, Paula talks about how her life was different and how she learned the strategies that she's going to share with people that join her course. So people can see, well, I can relate to that. Paula's been there before. Paula's went through the struggles and the pain, and Paula knows how to really deliver on the back now to get people to where she is now. Then we talk about, are you ready? So again, talk about those click-through buttons. Are you ready to break through the sales limitations that are holding you back and implement a tried, tested sales strategy plan that will explode your sales confidence and your results to 10K per month? Again, are you ready? And then we talk about testimonials again. Don't just take our word for it. See what others have said about their experience. And then this is a video with different testimonials. Again, we put the warning in there. That's a scarcity. So they're coming to the end of the funnel. The places are going fast. There's X number of spots available. Testimonials, then we put some written testimonials in. Ready to start, apply now. Another testimonial proved to be a revelation from Michael Melvin. Thank you, Michael, it was a good one. How he increased his prices and tripled his revenue. Then we talk about the invitation. So if you've read this far, here's my invitation. Are you ready to stop? And again, thinking about the pain points. Are you ready to stop the overwhelm, get clarity on exactly what steps are you need to take next? Are you ready to start getting the momentum by working with me as we give you the outline to generate leads and close clients? If this sounds like you, apply now and secure your place. So again, that's another invitation bit. And then we give them the stack again. Here's what you're going to get inside. Remind them about what they're going to get inside, what the value of that is. These big buttons. And then we get to the end and we say, now the $1 million question is, are you in? And start talking about, there's only 30 places available, the 90-day supercharged Sales Mastermind, and spaces go fast due to big results. Again, scarcity within the terminology. Click the button. So that's a coaching funnel, and that's just to give you some indication about how we pull together the headlines, talk about the scarcity, and get people in order to take actions. Now, what I would say for your business is, and I put the funnel in the chat, for your business, the best way to work out a funnel that would represent your business well is get into somebody else's funnel hack. So think about who's your competition in that space, or who do you know in your space? What are they doing? Go into the funnels, it'll take you through the processes, get into their emails, get into their lead magnets, start doing some research about how do other people do it? What are the key fundamentals and problems that they're solving? And is your product relatable to theirs in order to do the same thing? So it's not about plagiarizing anybody else's work by any means. It's about research and understanding in order to pull that together. So that's a really good exercise to do. Has anybody got any questions, comments, or thoughts so far? Anybody want to get in this funnel? Yeah, on you go if you want to jump in.
I was just going to say, how do you, I can't even ask the question. What do you use to put that? What is this, like a landing page, or is this something that's on your website, or how's it?
So this, a funnel is always a landing page. Yes, you can call it a landing page, and it has a domain attached to it.
Okay. Thank you.
So what we would do in terms of getting this funnel out, you could either use it in organic traffic. So for example, if you've got your profiles optimized on LinkedIn or Facebook, you could take somebody through what we call a lead magnet to give them content away for free. Then that lead magnet then could drop them directly into this funnel. So the purpose of always as a funnel is either sell a service or product, but a lead magnet, pardon me, is to get the email address. And once you've got the email address, you can then warm them up to get them back into your funnels. So you could have a number of different funnels for a number of different products or services. You could be using organic traffic, that you've got your funnels on pages that are optimized, or you could use your funnels from paid traffic. So that would be advertising. Any other questions, comments, or thoughts? Anybody liking this funnel?
Hi, yeah, this is Hilly. So I've got an e-commerce business, and it's lots of small value products. I'm talking like soap, shampoo, bars. I don't think I've got anything more than 10, 15 quid on there. So how would I apply something like this funnel to my business?
So you can use a few different funnels for e-commerce. So think about it, taking aside your website as a landing page. So if you focus on providing products for a certain type of audience, if you've got products that are organic, for example, you could sort of club them together in terms of that value ladder. So you know your audience is then looking for organic products, or mums with kids that are looking to, and then you could even niche down it even further, which is a good way to do it, is think about where could you find a real niche market. So could your products then help people that have got eczema, for example? And then we could target that type of market, which means that the content in your funnel can really relate to solving the problems of that type of person. So what I would say for you, Hilly, is unless you have a big advertising budget, you can just get your products out there to the marketplace. You really want to start niching down and thinking about that customer avatar and grouping your products together and segmenting them. Paula, what's your thoughts? Because you're good at that type of thing.
Yeah, I'd be thinking of it, if I had like £1,000 a month or £100 a month, no matter what it is, your budget for your marketing, I'd be thinking, right, how can I maximize the full amount of investment I put into my marketing to get the best results? So if you've got 5 products, it probably won't pay for you to market all 5 of them at once, because your budget won't go that far. Whereas if you go and master one product and find out where your customers are hanging. So how old, what's your dream client that you want to mix around with? How old are they, the male or female? Which restaurants do they go to? So when I mean restaurants, like when we're out of lockdown, or even in lockdown, what restaurant takeaways do they go to? So that if you had £100, you could advertise right at those restaurants so they see them. What cars do they drive? Which pubs do they go to? What shops do they go to? What magazines do they read? What newspapers do they read? What websites do they go to? And you can have a list of all that, for example. And then what I would do is just work out, right, strategically, if I were going to put my money into one of those processes, which one it would be from a big, for the best return. Does that make sense on that? And just work out the products. So find out your best selling product and find out your best profitable product and go with one of those 2.
Great, thank you.
No problem.
One thing we can do, Hilly, if you want to, I can certainly drop my link after this, and we can certainly have a catch up if you want to have a catch up and just exchange some ideas for you based on the products and services that you have for 30 minutes and how you can really leverage on that.
Sounds good, thank you.
You're very welcome. Any other questions? Yep. Sorry, Fiona, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I couldn't find my unmute. My cursor's on a different screen. So I think the sort of panic that comes into me when I see the size of this lead funnel, it's huge. But I'm assuming you don't have to have it so big. Can you have it like much shorter?
Yeah, you can have it a lot shorter. So if you think about the work that you do, you're selling networking events, you could have a very simplified funnel that takes them directly to a webinar. And that could be what we call a lead magnet. So I'm going to go into that for you. So it could be that you're saying, here's a free invite to watch a networking event.
Mm-hmm.
Take them through that lead magnet. They get 30 minutes of watching the networking event that you've recorded. Then on the back of that, they could then book a call, for example. On the back of that, then they could go into a funnel that's very simplified that says, this is what it is, this is what the networking event is, this is what you'll benefit from, this is how to take action. Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes it's writing the steps down in terms of what is it I want people to do and how can I provide that to the individuals. And the lead magnet is a key fundamental to that.
Tracy, can I just add into that?
Yeah.
Fiona, when they're doing long advertisement pieces, it absolutely shits me up because being dyslexic, I'm scanning. And this is where the pain points kick in, because as soon as I see a pain point, I go, oh, what's that about? And I'll read it, and I'll read so much, and then I'll scan it again. And what they found in the 60s, there was a guy who took out a full 2-page advertisement in the New York Times, and he just talked about the people's pain points and what he could do and how he could help them. And that was it. It was just basic like advertisement. And that is the best ever selling advertisement there is still in this history. Like even today, that's blown out all the returns that even the internet can provide. So don't be scared of long advertisement pieces, because your brain kicks in and it'll take what it wants to take out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions before we move on? No. Okey-doke. Let's have a look. So I'm going to jump into the lead magnets now, why every business needs a lead magnet. And the overall purpose of a lead magnet is not the stuff that you're giving away for free. It really is to collect the email addresses. So a lead magnet, for example, it could be a number of things: an ebook, a PDF, a tracker, case studies, video series, slide decks, Trello board, a mini course, a swipe file, a black book, secret content, toolkits, giveaways, whatever it is. It can be anything at all. But it's really important to have a lead magnet for your business, because if you're not collecting email addresses and nurturing your customers on email, you're losing loads of money. I like that saying, leave the money on the table. That is exactly what you're doing. If you've not got the email addresses and you're not nurturing your customers. Okay, I'm going to keep it open. So I'm going to show you a lead magnet. So this is a lead magnet for one of the lead magnets for the sales course. So Paula's got lots of different lead magnets. So you can see this, it's just a one-pager, attention for business owners who want to triple the revenue, 4x, triple the sales, 4x the revenue, the only business sales audit tool you'll ever need, double your prices, triple your sales. Warning, the sales audit tool will uncover the areas in your business that will make you money daily. That's it, email address. So really the lead magnet is only about who is it for, what's the heading, a bit of scarcity in terms of what it's going to do, and put your details in. So what we've got is we've got this hooked up to the CRM. The minute they put the details in, yes, I want the sales audit, we have an automated email that goes to them that delivers the sales audit to them. So then what we've got is we've got them in our CRM system. So we know from this lead magnet is they're looking for ways in which to double the prices, triple the sales, and quadruple the conversions, or they wouldn't be in there. So we're starting to understand a little bit more about this type of customer, that they're looking for leads, they're having some struggles around sales, they're looking to scale their business. So this will give you an indication in terms of having a few different lead magnets helps really segment that customer base depending on the type of business that you're in. Yeah, so this is what a lead magnet looks like. So what you would do with this lead magnet is you would have that on your profile. So you'd have that in your Facebook profiles, on your banner images, on your LinkedIn, under your favorite section, for example. So when you're posting, people that look at your posting drags them back to your original page, your LinkedIn page or Facebook, and then they start to see your funnels in terms of the content you're giving away. So they're going to say, ah, right, there's a sales audit tool. Maybe I need that. They'll put the email address in order to get that. And that person is now already in your funnel. So it's important to think about, what type of lead magnet would work for your business. And what I would say is always keep it simple. And the other thing I would say, if you're thinking of giving too much away in terms of a lead magnet, I would say times it by 10 and give even more away, because what it does, it's showing your expertise in your business area. If you're giving away a really good tool that really adds value to that person, the person will then buy from you. If you give something away that doesn't add any value at all, the person's then going to say, well, I'm not going to join that course. So that's showing your authority and your expertise in terms of the tools that you're given. And even if you give loads away, people will still join the course. Okay. So there's lots of different ways in order to have a lead magnet. I'm just going to go back. So the lead magnet headings could be 10 quick tips to get easy such and such. The ultimate type of lead magnet to accelerate whatever the outcome is. How to achieve certain results in 5 days or less without doing this thing that you hate. Discover how you can. 7 easy techniques to become. 10 things that you will or shouldn't do. The number of hacks to get whatever outcome. How to 3x with this little known secret. The number of things that you shouldn't do. Number of ways to generate income today for the beginner. I teach such and such how to make money online without technical knowledge. So the headline is really key for the lead magnet as it is for a funnel. But as I said, keep the lead magnet very simple in order to provide content. So how to build content to give away for free when you have none, because most people say, I don't have any content. So I would always say, think about who is it you're attracting. So it comes back to that customer avatar, who you're attracting. What problems are you trying to solve? So if a person I don't know, can't seem to do their accounts. Maybe a tracker is the resolution to that problem. So you're not always going to solve the problem in the first time, because they might have more than one problem, but you are going to give them the basis of solving a problem in order to get them in the funnel. So it could be a tracker. So it could be the 10 ways to avoid a debt collection agency, you know, from a recovery perspective. It could be how to lose the most weight in 7 days while eating your favorite foods, you know, without exercise. So thinking about it, what is it the person wants to achieve, and how is your lead magnet going to deliver that, or deliver some content on the way to that? And some people use it in the sense of, you know, the secret hacks in order to generate 10 new clients on LinkedIn. You don't have to say what it is, but what the outcome of what it is that they're going to get. And those 10 hacks could just be optimization of the profile. It doesn't have to be any more than that. It's just authority and information in that particular niche. So your content should relate to the solution. Do your research, check out your competition, get into the funnels. That's one of the best ways you can do it. If someone's doing really well in your particular space, get into the content and get into the funnels. And if you have no content, someone like me, digital marketing, I can write you content, I could find you content, yeah, and build it for you. Or you can go to, I always recommend this particular store, and this store, everything is licensed and you can buy lead magnets. So you can search for content and they will sell you a PDF or a book around content that potentially would be valuable to your customers. Yeah. And I've given you that lead magnet funnel example, so I'm not going to jump in that again. What time are we on? I've still got another 10 minutes. Okay, any questions on lead magnets so far? Any comments or thoughts? Anybody looking for an idea?
Can I just say, Tracy, you've been a revelation since you've joined my business, because you have saved me about 30 hours a week's work in things that I was doing myself that could have been done maybe in 5-10 hours, I would say.
Yeah.
So what I was trying to do, my technology skills were absolutely shit. I would never be able to do what you've done and save me time. Does that make sense? So I just want to say thank you. You've been an absolute star for me.
Oh, thanks, Paula. Does everybody have a lead magnet? Anybody have a lead magnet? Nope, nobody have a lead magnet. Anybody want any ideas for a lead magnet? Anybody thinking there's not an idea in my head that I could think of that would do for a lead magnet? Right, Rebecca. I can see Rebecca. Unmute yourself, Rebecca, I can't hear you, sweetheart.
Yeah, like I've spoken to you a few times before about like my lead magnets, because obviously like personal training, I feel like everybody uses the same pain points, like everybody says the same things. So like it's different to like stand out and be saying something different that other people aren't.
I think the one unique thing that you have, Rebecca, that a lot of PT has is yourself. And that's what differentiates in that type of space that you're in. Because you're right, it can be a saturated market to a certain extent, but people buy into people. And you're a wonderful person and you've got a great backstory, and that backstory could really niche down your market in terms of how people could relate to you in terms of the experiences you had. So that's where it's really good to put your personal story out there, whether it's on your profile, in your posting, so you start to attract the people that could understand your background and things that have happened to you, and how that can relate to them. Yeah. And how building their confidence, building their strength and the skills around the performance that you're gonna help them with. So it's always you in that particular space. But then again, don't underestimate a lead magnet that goes out to your audience, that gives them 10 tips in order to make their butt bigger, whatever the done thing is these days. I don't know what it is. I've got a 19-year-old and they seem to be squatting for Britain these days. I don't know what that is, but yeah.
Everybody has different goals.
Yeah, so whoever the market is that you're relating to, whoever you think your key audience is, what is it they're trying to achieve, and then do that lead magnet for them.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, Fiona, were you going to say something?
No, mine was actually very similar to Rebecca in that, how do you stand out to be different from everyone else? I know apart from myself, and obviously I'm very different from everyone else, but there's so many networking events out there, and it's like, how do you just make yourself that little bit different apart from your own story?
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes down to consistency and building the funnels out. You know, if you don't have a funnel in your business, you're the same as the rest. If you have a really good funnel in your business, you're better than the rest. And that's where that marketing really is a key fundamental in your business, because if you're not funneling people through in terms of giving them information on your backstory, giving them information on your event, giving the experience of what the event's like, giving them the testimonials and the validation, and taking them through that funnel to get them to the event automated, then really you're just the same as everybody else. And that's what I would say. So it is key to get things like that in place and really optimize your profiles and start driving people through those funnels, because we can tell people what the solutions are to the problems, but until they read it and experience it and feel it and get a feel for you, whether it's a webinar you're going to do, that's another way in order to get them into your business. So you are unique, but a funnel is built with the way in which you want it built, so it makes you unique. I don't know, Paul, if you get anything else you wanted to add to that?
No, nothing at all. But a couple of people have put some things in the chat box. Don't want to know about them?
Yes, please.
Carol is basically, she's saying this is fascinating, Tracy. She's got a company that she's working with, and now's a better understanding what questions to ask. And she's not much better understanding how the lead magnets and sales funnels work. So she's going to get a Zoom arranged with you so she can go through what's possible. So,
perfect.
On
no
that
problems,
one.
Carol.
Kate, I have lead magnets, but don't ask for the email addresses. I have really been missing a trick.
Yes, you have, Kate.
Kate, I feel for you there, because I've done that myself.
Yeah.
I couldn't be asked to do the email afterwards. So since I got Tracy, she did that for me. So yeah. And remember, when you retarget people back, that is where the money is. So your email list could be a great way to build for making up future money for yourself.
Yes.
And also, if Facebook doesn't like you, or LinkedIn doesn't like you, it's got a power to switch you off. Now imagine if you built and spent years building your business on those platforms and they switch you off. What is your plan B?
Yeah. I've got dogs barking.
Steve Ponton, I now have a lead magnet after working with Tracy. Yay!
That's true. 2 seconds.
Okay.
Took us a long time, Tracy, but we got there.
Yep, absolutely.
It's amazing how much work goes into this stuff as well, but it's great for it to be automated. You can just sit back at home once it's all done and chilled. It's a great way of making money without working for it. Kate, I think I might have an example that would work for you, Fiona. It's a networking checklist, so that's them two. I like that, Kate. Love that, looking after Fiona. And Paula also recognises that she needs to get on with getting the email addresses. John, I'm struggling with the tech side, e.g. creating email sequences and linking to CRM. What's your advice on that, Tracy, for John?
What's he saying? He's struggling with what, sorry?
The stuff it's the tech side, creating email sequences and linking to CRMs.
Yeah, no, definitely, John, I can help you if I could understand your business a bit more in terms of, and I would always say build your emails, only start simply, build 5 emails, for example, about how they've ended up in your email for the first place in email 1, and then take them a bit through a journey in terms of giving them content is relevant to the pains that they're having or the solutions that you're providing. Keep it simple, don't overcomplicate it, keep the language simple. And it's really a test and learn process. Did someone open your email? If they didn't open your email, did they head and capture their attention then? So once you start to do that, then you start to think, right, what are the key headings that people are looking for if they're opening that email? Have I given them the content to take in action? And even build emails every 2 days. You don't have to get too far ahead of yourself, but keeping it simple. But I might have a solution for you.
Yeah,
that'd
be good.
Okay, I'm going to jump in. So I'm going to do this today, and I generally never do this, if I'm honest with you, but I'm very mindful about business owners and the people that are attending these webinars like last month. They don't have the system processes or automation in place, and this is a real challenge. So I'm building some things out for you. So what I have is I have a CRM system that's white labeled from a company that is fantastic in this space. And the reason why I use a CRM system, it has everything included. So then you don't have to have MailChimp on the side. You don't have to then get into ClickFunnels to start building funnels, or you're trying to to zap it all together and connect the dots. It's really challenging. So I have my own CRM system. So I am going to allow what we call, actually, I'm going to allow 14 days free access to the CRM system. I call it the command center because it is actually the command center. Now, in this 14-day free access, you'll have access to a number of things. I'm going to give you access to some plug and play sales funnels. Yeah, so once I know what type of businesses are interested, then I'll access some plug and play sales funnels. So what you'll need to do is that the content won't be there, but it'll tell you where to put the content in order to build it. Yeah. I'm also going to give you access to some lead magnet funnels. So again, you can put the content in there, then you need the lead magnet content, but you have the funnel built in order to choose one and to build it out yourself. I'm also going to give you access, if you want, to some plug and play websites. So if you don't have a website, I do have some templates and you can build it out yourself. What we do have is training videos also enabled to do this. Yeah. So the value of all this is £8,291. The value in terms of joining the CRM system after the 14 days is £97 a month. So it's an absolutely fantastic deal based on everything that's there. Normally you wouldn't get this type of content or my expertise. Yeah. If you're looking to utilize the system, but you're looking for a more premium service in order to really build out the funnels, and you're looking for some one-to-ones, then we can work out a different setup price for that. Because I do want to set something up for you that's more bespoke for your particular business and give you the training and support that you need or desire. So in order to get access to the CRM system, everything that's there for 14 days, if you want to put your name in the chat, if you're interested or you have my email address, you can certainly email me and I can certainly take anybody through what it looks like and how it works. I also have in there pre-built templated emails, John, so that might help you. And I have those emails based on a number of different industries. So the overall framework is built. You could just add your own little unique sections within that to get you started. So it's a huge amount of stuff. The funnels that I build are very expensive, generally start from about £3,000 if it's a long form type of funnel, which you can see here. It takes a huge amount of work, a lot of research and a lot of content that goes in there. So I'm going to give you some really awesome funnels, and I could already visualize yours. I told you that, Rebecca, anyway. I can visualize your funnel anyway. So if you're interested, put it in the chat and I can certainly catch up with you as well to take you through it. But that's really the end of the presentation. Mindful of time. Is anybody any questions, comments, thoughts at this point?
Well, this was really good, Tracy. Really insightful. Thank you for hosting it with Paula. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Rebecca.
That was great. Thanks, Tracy. Really enjoyed that. And you know, it's been kind of difficult this year so far because with staff illness and whatnot, I'm basically working on my own at the moment. So that's why I've not been in touch, but I'll get something organised over the next fortnight.
Yeah, absolutely, Carol. No problem at all.
Thank you. And thanks both of you, Paula, as well.
Anytime, Carol.
But if you're looking for me to build you a funnel, certainly connect with me and I can do that for you. Sometimes it feels like it's a large investment when we're talking about £2,000-3,000. But honestly, when you've got a high converting funnel, the return on that is astronomical. It's almost evergreen in selling your services.
What I would say, guys, some of you won't be in this situation right now, but when you are, think of it like this. Just put your hands up. Who would love to have a 24-hour employee working for them without having any breaks, any sleep, any Facebook, any LinkedIn usage, not even bothered about holidays, or even if they're sick? Who would want one of those employees in their business working 24 hours, churning out the sales for you? Yeah, and that's what the sales funnel does. So what I've really experienced is it's having a 24 hours. I mean, it saves me 25 grand a year having a sales funnel that works when I'm sleeping, and it just drops in the leads or the cash. So just think about that. You know, if it's say $3 grand plus, how much would it cost you to get an employee doing that? Sorry, I've butted in again, Tracy. I'm gonna have to.
No, that's absolutely fine, Paula. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, we do build funnels a lot cheaper depending on the type of funnel you need, but we can always have a a discovery call in terms of what type of business you have, what do you need bespoke to that particular business. But the first thing is a lead magnet. If you can get a lead magnet in, get your profile optimized in terms of catching those email addresses, that really is a key fundamental for any business that's online. But thank you very much for all attending. I've really thoroughly enjoyed your time here. And I'll contact anybody that's left the details.
Thanks, guys. You've been superstars for your time.
It's been amazing. Thank you so much, Tracy.
Thank you. See you later.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.